Or something I should know about?
No. I just never get your photo bomb.
Okay, gotcha. Dollars just arriving. Scooch in. I met a group here from England. Yeah, it was from England, and they were, to give you an idea, one of the girls said, I say, do you think we sound pompous? And I said, well, when you said the word pompous like that, pompous, of course you sound pompous. Yeah, they were from outside of Oxford in England, and I didn't know this. Of course, it makes sense in retrospect. Our school systems are different, so when you learn what varies dramatically. In 8th grade, you know who Thomas Jefferson is if you live in America, not if you live in England, okay? And eventually they're going to learn about American history, but they haven't at that point. So I gathered this entire group. It looked like a Monty Python skit. Does anybody remember Monty Python?
Yes.
It was just like that. I said, okay, tell me what you know about Thomas. I'm talking to 8th graders now. Tell me what you know about Thomas Jefferson. I get total blank stares. They're all just looking at me. They've never heard of the guy. Okay, here we are, part of the one. Yeah, tell me what you know. And they're all just looking at me, and then one of the boys in the back said, he was a very great man. That'll do. Okay, so I think we can fill in some of the blanks. You all are well acquainted. We said on the bus, the third president. It's easier to do it like this. 1, 2, 3, here we go. First, Secretary of State. Second, Vice President. And third, President of the United States. Thomas Jefferson, for us that are Christian, for we that are Christians, is a controversial figure. Here's why. It's exaggerated, in my opinion, by the fact that his political enemies called him the worst thing you can be called in a Christian country. He was called an atheist. It did not fit, but they did it anyway. He was absolutely not an atheist. But among all the founders, he's the one you could make, he and Benjamin Franklin, you could begin to make more of a case for, of the yes, believe in God, but no, a little closer to deism in any event, okay? But here's the problem. The people in his own age were calling him a deist or an atheist, worse, an atheist. Here's the thing, you're going to go into this memorial, count up the number of times you're going to see the word God. And it's all his quotes. He talked about God all the time. That's not what you do if you're an atheist. You don't even believe in God, so it wouldn't even make any sense. But the political enemies trying to keep him out of office, that's what he did. Thomas Jefferson, at a minimum, was an extremely interesting and very talented man. We would have called him a Renaissance man. So many interests and hobbies that he was almost distracted with them, you know? He was into everything. So let's list some of them. Tell me some of the interests, hobbies, whatever. Thomas Jefferson, what do you know about him? What? I can't hear.
Architecture.
Thank you. Not many people realize this. He was an architect. Did you all know that? Not only did he found the University of Virginia, he was its chief architect. He designed all the buildings. And he designed one that looks exactly like this. Did he invent the shape? No. You and I might have a favorite television show. Thomas Jefferson had a favorite architectural form. He loved this shape. He used it everywhere, including in his own home of Monticello and at the University of Virginia. Picture this in red bricks, and that's what's on the main ground still to this day. He didn't design the shape. He borrowed it from ancient Rome. Still exists. Yes, the Pantheon. Pantheon, you can sit across in the McDonald's and eat your French fries and study the shape. It's almost exactly like this, okay? Pantheon is in ancient Rome. He liked this shape. He liked the form. Okay, what other, yes? He's responsible, and in a bigger sense, she's saying he's responsible for bringing that form into the United States. Yes, because of these guys like Thomas Jefferson studying the classics and bringing the drawings and doing the buildings that imitate them, neoclassicism was born. So classicism has a revival. Neoclassicism. Are you pointing or telling? Oh, telling me answer. Other hobbies or interests? What do we got?
Farmer.
What is he known for? Yes, considered himself a gentleman farmer. Spent his entire life dedicated to improving crops. Absolutely, a great passion of his.
The group of people within American politics and society he had most respect for were the Yale men as well.
The
Yale men.
What does that mean?
They were like the pioneer frontier farmers. The farmers
Pioneer
on the Ohio
frontier
River
farmers
Valley.
is who he had the most respect for, is what he's saying.
Individual
Very good.
landowners.
Very good. These guys are very small. Okay, other hobbies or interests. What is he most known for?
Right.
Yes, you know it. You know it. Think.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Thank you. Writing the what? We hold these truths to be that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are
life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Absolutely. So he drafts the Declaration of Independence. Was he alone? No, he absolutely was not. There's the whole crew. So in the pediment above you, I think it's still there. Yeah. There's the man of the hour standing up, and all the players will sound familiar. John Adams and Benjamin Franklin. Very good. And on the other side, in case you know, Sherman and Livingston. Okay? Committee of 5. Thomas Jefferson is doing most of the writing. They're doing a lot of the editing. Okay? You will see with your own eyes the Declaration of Independence there etched on the wall. What other things? What other things is he known for? All right, I'm going to put it this way. Picture this for a minute. Pretend you were the 3rd president of the United States. And now you've lived a very fruitful life. And at the end of your life, you know you're about to go because you're getting sick. And you say to somebody that will listen, I'd like you to work on the epitaph for my tombstone. Okay, I'm ready to write. What do you got? Well, I want to be remembered for doing states' rights for the state of Virginia. I worked on that document. And I want to be remembered as being a founder of the University of Virginia. And I'd also like you to write down that I was the writer with the committee of the Declaration of Independence. Yeah? Keep going. No, that'll do. Something missing, folks?
Yes.
Nowhere on there does it say he was the 3rd president of the United States. His tombstone, you can stand in front of it, and nothing on it, and he wrote it himself. It was like, yeah, that was just my day job. Hey, unbelievable, unbelievable. So, comment or question back here? Okay, yes.
Louisiana. Yeah, I was going to mention that.
Thank you. Louisiana Purchase nearly doubled the size of the country. In 1802, he deployed 2 men that he could count on. They were the Lewis and Clark expedition happened under Thomas Jefferson. Very good. Okay, so we got a feel for him, right? Is that good? So we're going to cut you loose here in a minute. What do I leave you with? Best compliment ever paid in American history, it was this. John F. Kennedy gathered a bunch of Nobel Prize winners in the White House for a special dinner. He looked out over him and he said, never in the history of the White House. I can't do the Boston accent, sorry, that's one of the few I can't do. Okay. Never in the history of the White House has such a gathering of genius, creativity, accomplishment, well, maybe perhaps for when Thomas Jefferson dined here alone. Ooh! Okay, go take a look, folks. Count up the number of gods. We'll see you in a few minutes.